guys? We're Dude Perfect. Welcome to Airplane Trick Shots. Here we go!
Show you what it's all about.
It looks good. It feels good. And land. That is awesome.
Ever since the Trick Shotting comedy group was founded on YouTube back in March of 2009, Dude Perfect has gone on to become one of the most popular channels across the platform. But since the content of these longtime friends is often based on stunts and performances that are incredibly difficult to pull off, you won't be surprised to hear that things don't always go down the way they were initially planned. So what are some of the Dude Perfect moments where things went wrong? And what did our favorite group of friends learn from these unfortunate situations? Well, whether you're a fan of their content or just want to know more about the behind-the-scenes workings of the team, stay right where you are as we're about to explore some of the moments that things ended up going wrong for Dude Perfect. So strap yourselves in and get ready for a bumpy ride as things are about to get interesting. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the new videos that we post. Number 1. The bowling trick shots controversy. For those of you who don't know, Dude Perfect is a group of friends and family members who got together while attending college at Texas A&M University. Since a bunch of them had always had a passion for doing incredible things such as trick shotting in both real life and video games, they decided to create a YouTube channel dedicated to the practice of this passion. And so, Dude Perfect was founded in March 2009, with the channel slowly but surely growing in popularity until one day a video of theirs absolutely blew up, forcing them into a life of fame and fortune. Even though various members of the group, being twins Corey and Kobe Cotton, Garrett Hilbert, Cody Jones, and Tyler Toney, now have families of their own, they still ensure that their content remains true to who they were back in college. In fact, it appears as if their families have also been getting into the trick shotting game, causing the channel to have a pretty prominent status of YouTube Kids at the moment as well. As we mentioned earlier, the group is probably best known for their video compilations of trick shots, although recently they have been using their combined net worths to pull off some high-intensity stunts. Trick shotting has always been their bread and butter. It's what made them famous in the first place, after all, but not everyone seems to believe that the guys down at Dude Perfect always show the viewer the truth of how difficult what they do is. Anyone who has tried to flip bottles into small holders or throw basketballs into hoops from half a court distance will know that it's not always practice that makes perfect. You just need to keep on trying until you get the task right. And when you do, the likelihood of you doing it again is not always increased. But the picture that Dude Perfect paints with its various trick shotting compilations is that after practicing for a solid day, they're all ready to do whatever it takes to bend reality to their own making. A great example of this can be seen in their second bowling trick shots video, where we see various members of the team pulling off some of the most insane bowling tricks you've ever seen before. And while it might be true that absolutely zero virtual effects have been used by the squad to fake these trick shots, fakery of another category has been discovered by some eagle-eyed fans. At a timestamp of approximately 1 minute and 24 seconds into the video, we see the start of another trick shot which appears to go by without a hitch. But freezing the video at the precise point and skipping over by another second sees the picture changing, revealing an edit that the comedy group inserted in their video. In one of the frozen images, we see the leg of a group member disappearing, showing that the clip was most certainly edited. Focusing on the pins now, fans will also be able to witness one of the center pins fading out and vanishing from view. And while this might not be that obvious from the speed at which the trick shot takes place, there's no doubt that something fishy was going on in the clip. It's one of the only times that Dude Perfect has ever been caught tricking their audience into thinking that a trick shot was successful when it most certainly wasn't. If the trick shot had gone down the way that it was intended to, there would have been no need for an edit of the clip. After all, when you've done as many trick shots and stunts as these guys, you probably deserve to get away with a little bit of sneaky editing. You'd probably find that the group were on a schedule that needed to be kept and just couldn't get that particular trick shot down. Either way, the discovery of this little editing mistake didn't have the effect of driving fans away, thank goodness. It just shows us that some things can go wrong when it comes to the workings of Dude Perfect. So as it turns out, the dudes aren't actually all that perfect. Number 2, balls don't always cooperate. Another moment that perfectly sums up what the guys down at Dude Perfect can do can be found in a little compilation that was released back in November of 2012. Although this was a video of the old Dude Perfect before they had the insane net worth and family lives that they currently have, it's by far one of the most popular compilations. This is due to the fact that it goes on to document all the times that things didn't work out for the comedy group. And what better way to start this compilation than to stare at the camera and introduce everyone, right? Well, the team also decided to have Kobe Cotton spin a basketball through the entire dialogue, which proved to be a lot trickier than they originally expected to be. Fortunately for Dude Perfect, the ball just slipped towards the end of this dialogue, resulting in it being tossed up in the air and caught. This definitely looked professional enough, but was then ruined when the rest of the group members burst out laughing, saying, "I knew this was going to happen." As it turns out, even introductory scenes for the YouTube videos don't always work out the way they expect them to. And as every NBA player who has ever over-dribbled will tell you, basketballs can't always be trusted. Number 3, the roof ramp. Another blooper from that very same compilation happens just a few moments later when the audience is faced with a member from Dude Perfect skating down the tiled roof of a home. This resembles a scene from one of the first blooper reels from the Tony Hawk's franchise of video games, which the group has been quite adamant about paying homage to when it came to the starting of their channel. Channeling the Hawkman himself, Tyler Tony takes to the roof with his trusty skateboard and attempts to ramp off the end to land safely on the grass below. Unfortunately for him though, gravity wasn't exactly on his side. Overcome by speed, he forgets to lift up the front lip of the board to ensure a flat surface to land on. This makes the board topple downwards at a fast pace, causing Tyler to fall forward with only the grass to break his fall. Unsurprisingly, his landing is less than graceful, with the force resulting in his body convulsing in an upward motion and causing the rest of the team to run to his aid. Strangely enough, nothing was broken in the process, with Tyler going on to try the roof ramp one last time. Whether he ended up getting it right or wrong, we have no idea, but there's no doubt that the high impact fall was not a moment that Dude Perfect were going for. Still made for a pretty epic blooper reel clip though. Number 4, the roller ramp. It goes without saying that the earlier Dude Perfect really loved ramps, which is clear from the same blooper video from which the previous 2 entries came. In this ancient blooper, the team ended up setting up a wooden pathway that ended in a small wooden ramp that had been laid against one of their 4-wheelers. The intention of the stunt was to have Garrett Hilbert put on a pair of inline skates and go as fast as he could, making it over 4-wheelers and solidifying an incredible piece of content. The first take didn't go especially right though, and resulted in Hilbert going a lot faster than he initially expected, but that's what you get for oiling the bearing of the inline skates, we guess. Because of this crazy amount of speed that had been experienced, Hilbert found it difficult to deal with the transfer between the flat and inclined surface, resulting in him falling backwards and landing hard on his tailbone. The next 2 minutes of the extended clip show Hilbert sitting as still as he can on the ramp, recovering before getting the courage to tackle it once more. And in the end, he did manage to land it, making the fall nothing more than a stepping stone to success, but certainly a moment that he would have preferred to avoid. Number 5, the basketball trick shot. Last but not least, we have a little moment that caused the entire basketball trick shot video to be put on ice for a bit. Fans of Dude Perfect will remember the moment where Cody Jones was able to switch a basketball behind his back and then make a shot while driving a 4-wheeler up to the net. But not many got to see the devastation caused by his first failure of this trick shot. Rather than committing to the backward switch, Jones hesitated a bit, which took him completely off the timing required to perform the trick. He wasn't able to put his hands on the 4-wheeler with enough time left to turn it away from the basketball net. As a result, he ended up crashing right into the net itself, tearing it out of the ground and bringing filming to an abrupt end until it could be safely secured once more. But at least they caught it on camera. What do you think about these crazy moments? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.